to my channel and hit the notification bar so that you can get videos like this. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about getting the right mindset for August, because I can't believe that we're already in August. And guess what, everyone? Today is my mom's birthday. Yes, it's my mom's birthday today. So please say a prayer for my mom, please. Happy birthday, Mom. I hope you're enjoying your day. Okay, let's get into this. August already. This is the 8th month of the year. Oh my goodness. And I know that a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs are looking in their sales book and they're thinking, what is going on? Don't worry, Riri to the rescue. But before I talk about what I can offer you today, I just want to give you a bit about my background, especially if this is the first time that you are tuning into me. Okay, so I've had a career in sales and marketing for a very, very long time. Over 20 years, okay? But I've been in events and training in my own capacity, Majestically Rare Limited, for nearly 10 years, officially. January of 2022 will be 10 years in business. So I do know a little bit about what I'm going to talk about, don't I? Also, I have clients like banks, Stanbic Bank, Access Bank, FCM Bank, that have engaged me and my partners to deliver training to their SMEs. I run my own high-impact business growth workshops. So some of you that are watching have probably been to the live events where I engage yourselves to come in and get practical with Riri, okay? And I host a radio show, just completed the first episode, whoop, whoop, whoop. Actually the first series, not episode, whoop, 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 whoop. There were 13 episodes and this was proudly sponsored by FCMB. And I am a mentor for She Ventures, which is part of FCMB, and I'm also a mentor for the Tony Elumulu Foundation. I'm a life and business coach, and I love people, so you're in the right place. So let's talk about the selling mindset in August. Now, I just want to throw a few statistics to you because you may or may not be aware of them. Now, 48% of salespeople never follow up with their prospects. That means that they put things out and that's it. They don't follow up. They don't call back, don't go to DM, they don't do anything. So what does that mean? That means that potentially you're losing customers, you're losing sales, you're losing revenue, you're losing profit, you're losing, okay? And then another thing I want to tell you is that 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact, not the first, but most of the time, 5th to 12th contact. Now think about it. If somebody puts a product in front of you, do you immediately think, yes, it's great, I'm going to buy it now? You don't, do you? You're thinking to yourself, first of all, there may be a few things going through your head. First of all, you may look at it with one eye and think, this looks good, but can I afford it? So you're going to look in your bank balance first to see if you can afford it. Then you're like, okay, is this really going to deliver what it says it's going to do? Who is a person that's actually promising this? Do they have consistency? Do they have a track record? There's all these things that you're going to be, that are going to be going through your mind before you just bring out your coins or your naira, dollar, pound to say that you're going to buy it. So you may go through that 5 to 12 times before you actually buy the product. So that means that when you are selling your products, don't worry if people don't buy it on the first time. Just keep pushing it out there. And the clients, the ideal clients that are for you that need that product or service will eventually buy from you. For example, I just finished the whole season with FCMB for their radio show. They didn't run their radio jingles just on that one series episode. We ran it 13 times through the whole 13 episodes that we did. We always put out a radio jingle. So just bear that in mind, okay? Now, another thing that I want you to bear in mind about the target market is to find qualified prospects that you actually need, because not everybody is your ideal audience. You can't serve everybody. You're going to just look for your ideal target market. Now, another way you can do that is ask the right questions. Ask them the right questions. For example, this weekend I just helped a client manage her 50th birthday party, and one of the things that she needed from me was she needed a classic cake. And because I actually know her, I kind of knew the type of vendor that I was going to engage with, because I just knew her taste. But that is because I know her, I've spoken to her, I've asked her questions before, and actually really when we were thinking about the cake, there were certain cakes that I sent her pictures of certain cakes, and I just knew actually the type, I just knew her taste. So I got a hold of all the different types of cakes I think would suit her based on questions I'd asked her, and then we made a choice. So you've got to ask the right questions. Identify the customer needs, because my client, for her 50th party, she wanted it to be classy, she wanted it to be elegant, she wanted it to be high taste, high standard, because that is who she is. So you've got to really identify your customer needs. And then you've got to find the pain points, the things that are just frustrating them, or you've got to find what they want to gain. So my client's example is that she wanted to have a 50th hangout, because it was a hangout really with her girlies, where people would remember, that occasion, and then they would all have fun, and it would just be a memorable occasion, okay? And you have to help your clients make decisions that are good for them. So for example, with that particular client, I had so many vendors that I could have decided, I'm going to pick this person to make her cake, but I knew I have different categories of cake makers, and I knew the particular cake maker that I would provide for her, and I knew that it would suit her. And in the end, she really loved the cake, and the vendor, she was just like, thumbs up to the vendor. So that is what you have to do. You've got to make decisions that are good for your clients. Another thing with this mindset for August is you've got to sell the benefits. Nobody really cares about the features. Nobody really cares about how tall it is, or how black it is, or how bright it is. What the customer is always asking is, what is in it for me? What is in it for me? What is in it for me? I always say that, but it is. I mean, even me, if you're throwing something at me, I'm asking myself that question. Do I really need this pen right now? What's it going to do for me? It looks nice and it's tall and long, but what is in it for me? Is it the fact that I'm going to hold it and it's going to just look nice on my hand? What is in it? Why should I buy this item? That is what your clients are always asking themselves, okay? Now, remember, we're talking about the selling mindset, and I really want you to get it in August so that you can really sell. You can triple your sales in August. So you've got to sell something that people actually want, and that is by asking questions and identifying their needs. Remember back last year when people were running around for a toilet roll? We were seeing it all in the news and everything across the world. They actually needed it, didn't they? Another important thing, especially in terms of this mindset and getting it right, is that you've got to deliver consistency on your promise. Every time that you make a promise and you deliver consistency, you are building your brand. You are going to make your clients, become your cheerleaders, because they're going to go and tell other people that this person actually delivers on their promise. You've got to make sure you do that. And then the third thing you've got to do in terms of this is that you've got to do it better than your competitors, because at the end of the day, there is so many people out there probably doing what you are doing, and probably charging around the same price as you, but there's got to be something about you that stands you out in the marketplace. It could be your delivery, it could be your packaging, it could be your consistency, but there's got to be something about you that stands you out, that makes you have an edge over your competitors. And what can help you this month is to always be prepared. Have you ever been into a shop or a supermarket or anywhere you've gone to buy a product and you're asking the salesperson about something? Okay, what is this? Tell me about it. And the salesperson has no clue. They're not prepared. They don't know anything about the product. And you're asking them questions and they're just looking at you like, no, you've got to always be prepared. Another thing that will help you in the month of August is that you've got to be positive. You've got to send out positive energy. You've got to send out energy that you really believe that your product can really help the person, So you've got to show up positive. And then you've got to ask open-ended questions so that you really actually understand what it is your clients want, okay? And another thing is to remember to listen and to take notes. Take notes, write them down sometimes, okay? 20 strategies to triple sales in 60 days. I have 19 more strategies that I can give you. I've just given you one strategy, and I'm going to share the link so that you can really go out there and triple sales in the month of August. So once again, my name is Riri Okoye, and if you have enjoyed this channel, why don't you go ahead and subscribe, and I look forward to sharing more insights with you. Thank you for listening. Thank you.